What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was running a couple minutes late. I was handling some stuff here, trying to get things ordered, doing some work on the website, and had to take the pups out real quick. So here's Remo. You guys have asked for him. Hopefully, you guys can see how big he's gotten. Yeah. Can you say that we're almost 35 pounds? Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, I'm going to put him down, but I know everybody's like, where's Remo? Where's Remo? He's right here. He hangs out in my office with me. So, yeah, he's big. He's a big boy, aren't you? Anyways. His leash has like a little thing that I can clip the hand loop on, and so he's clipped to these two pillars here on the big rack. Oh, look who wants attention. I know, we still love you. We still love you. Yes, we do. Okay, somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous. Can you tell? Can you guys tell someone's jealous? Let's your breath smells terrible, dog. Let's make sure that the form is up. Can you hear him? He's like, you are petting another dog, Dad. How dare you? Oh my God. Enough. Claire, okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Good girl. Good girl. There we go. She's gonna lay under my desk. Anyways, the giveaway form is open. Hey, if you're not gonna be quiet, you're gonna go in your crate. Enough. Lay down. He's not going to listen. But anyways, let's see here. Let me pop out the chat and let's get this show on the road. Let's see. Dum, dum, dum. I don't know if you guys noticed, we did make some changes to the Help Center, made it a little easier to navigate. Put some links across the top, and I'll go through those really quick. I just want to see if anybody has any inputs. I'm constantly messing with stuff, trying to make it better. But this is what our actually, I'm going to turn the chat overlay off because it has been getting in the way of stuff. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyways, this is what the Help Center looks like now. You can see I simplified it. So if you click the links at the top, it actually takes you to each section. So it's easier to navigate. If you click here, create a ticket, it'll take you to the contact form. If you track a ticket, it'll take you to our ticket tracking site, which is pretty cool. So, and then we just got, my head's covering it, but there's links to other stuff. I'm probably going to change this menu up here and just like change this to like main page. Cause if you click home, it'll take you back to the actual home page, our main site. So this is a separate site. Hang on. I gotta tell Remo to cool his shit. Hang on. All right, he has a bunch of toys, so we should be good. So anyways, just revamped it, made it a little easier to navigate, see more stuff. So we've got 3 columns here instead of 2. The quick links at the top for all the different categories we have. We've also got a live search, like if you're looking for Ender 6 firmware, I don't even have to hit enter. It'll automatically come up with stuff that's relevant to it. The only thing I'm pretty sure it's coming up with firmware or these other firmwares because those have firmware in the tags. But yeah, and those other ones have enders. So I wonder if, does this do quotes? It does do quotes. Look at that. But yeah, and it'll take you right to articles. So anyways, I hope you guys like this. That's what I've been working on. We do have the screwdriver sets in stock. Finally, they came in. And this is my favorite feature on them. I even made like a little video and turned it into a GIF. Just realized why my video is lagging. I should probably exit my nice hash miner. if I'm streaming. So anyways, nice metal buckle here, okay? So no little plastic ones. And this is fantastic. I did not realize how much I like this until I used this yesterday to fix my my mod. Any of you guys that vape, you ever have, you're filling your tank up and you squeeze it a little too hard and this comes out? Yeah, it was everywhere. So I had to take this apart. This wasn't powering on. The bits are nice. But when I was trying to find a bit, look at that. You just reach in, grab what you want. The other one, I don't know if you guys saw, there was one I had gotten from Amazon where like, it's got like these little rubber things. This is so much nicer. So, and there's a 1/4-inch adapter. So like to put it into a regular, hey, stop eating the vacuum. To put it into like a regular larger handle. Or a drill. Don't use this with an impactor, you know, use it for big stuff. This is for smaller stuff. But a little flexi extension, which is nice for getting into corners or whatever. I don't know if you guys have ever used these. I do use these occasionally. Mine broke on my last set because I was an idiot and used it with a drill. Don't use the flex one with a drill. But this is nice. So long handle, okay? If you unscrew this right here, okay, this moves here. You can take this out and then use it shorter. So if you need something that doesn't need as much clearance, you can take this extension out. But let's say you need a little more torque. Put the extension through here, press down on it, and turn it so you can get some leverage. So it's kind of nice. I'm a fan because the bits on my other kit I have are all stripped out after like, I don't know, I think I've had it for like a year or two. So I'm excited to get our own kit. But we have these in the shop. They're 15 bucks. And all the bits in here are made from S2 tool steel. So they're not the CRV or chrome, I think chrome vanadium or whatever it is. So it did cost us a little extra. I could have got the CRV tips, but I want stuff that lasts. So I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of close-ups, so there, you can check it on our site. I got close-ups of the bits and everything, and even a little animated GIF of the spring mechanism going up and down. So let's see here. Giveaway link. Nightbot is putting in the giveaway link. He just did too, but I pressed my button, so there's gonna be another one. Let's get to the questions here. If anybody sees Remo chewing on the vacuum, let me know. I'll yell at him. He's right there. It's your guys. I want you guys to keep an eye on him. I might have to set up I just set up Active Directory here. Bought a Server 2019 license and some CALs. We got a domain now on our network with all our computers, and one of the guys is like, oh, he can't log in. I was like, oh, well, he doesn't have an account because I didn't think he needed one, but apparently he does. Let's see here. Where's my live chat? I had live chat. Guys, I lost live chat. Oh, let me turn the chat off on this view. I should just get rid of chat box. There we go. Because that just gets in the way. It's kind of annoying. That's the giveaway form. Where the hell is my live chat? Let's pop it back out. All right. I got live chat back. So let's go through and answer questions here. Technically the first question was Nicholas is asking, does anyone know Tim's going to be late? Yes, Tim is probably late. Here's the thing. If we're going to cancel a stream and it's like, basically if we go more than 15 minutes past the scheduled time, one, you could probably assume it's canceled, or two, I'll usually post something out, even if it's a quick, hey, stream's canceled today or moved or whatever. You know, but shit happens. Keeping the company running and answering staff questions is a little more high priority than live streaming. So let's see. How is the CR30 working still? I played with it a couple more times. I don't have anything that, like, really, Clara, that requires that build volume and that type of application. So I haven't put too much time on it, aside from screwing around with it. And it works well. The software still is somewhat to be desired, or leaves a lot to be desired. I've been using Idea Maker, and that seems to be working pretty well. But I have not touched Creality Slicer. It's not good. And it still hangs. It hangs on my laptop, hangs on my desktop. So it's just unstable software. But Idea Maker seems to be working well. I'm getting good prints out of it. Hardware-wise, it seems to be pretty well made. I haven't had any issues with it. The CR6, as you guys saw, I had that. It's printing stuff. I've gone through 3 rolls of PLA at this point on the Ender 6. I've been running it pretty hard. So, and it's been holding up. So I've been pretty happy with the CR6 as well. Let's see here. Enough. Stop whining. Nobody likes a whiny little bitch. Yeah. No, nobody likes that. Shh. He's jealous because Claire's over here. If he gets to be a pain, can you guys even hear him whining in the background? But anyways, let's move on to the questions. Let's see. Miguel is asking, what slicer settings do you recommend for Cura, or is there a different slicer you recommend? I have a CR10 V3. For the CR10 V3, I would start with the CR10 profile and then drop the retraction down to like 2 millimeters, because that's a direct drive setup on the CR10 V3. You can. So here's the thing. We're going to go off on a tangent after this. So if you guys are setting up a printer and you don't have a profile for that exact printer, try to find something that's close to it, and take in consideration things like, is it Bowden or direct drive? Like if the profile is set up for Bowden, you're going to want to drop the retraction if you're going to use it for a direct drive printer. So I'll usually start about 2 millimeters of retraction for a direct drive system, and then go down from there until I start getting stringing, and then I'll bring it back up. You want to use the lowest amount of retraction required to actually get good prints. So, but anyways, the CR10 V3, I don't have like a specific profile for. I don't know why he's whining so much. Enough. Enough. And I'm sure as hell not giving him a treat. I don't want to reward that. He'll settle in a sec. But anyways, yeah, CR10 V3, I would take a CR10 profile, drop the retraction down to like 2 millimeter. Most CR10 profiles are usually set between 4 to 6 millimeter because of the long Bowden tube. I'm still using Simplified 3D. I have a love-hate relationship with that software. I was talking about it with friends of ours. The reality is I put STL files in, I get quality prints out of it. That's really all I want from a slicer. I don't care about having the latest cutting-edge features. I care about getting prints out and getting prints out that look well, and that's what S3D does. Now, I had a run-in with them where we had issues with activating the software, and they took them a week and a half to get back to us, and it was an issue on their server end that they had to sort out. It was nothing I could fix. It wasn't a local PC issue, a network issue, etc. And that's what really soured my opinion of them, because the software, in my opinion, works well. I get good prints out of it. The supports work well. I like the workflow the software has. I'm also used to it. But I don't have much confidence in their support if I ever need to use it. Now, the reality is the only time I've ever needed to use their support is when I've had an issue with activations. So that's the thing that sucks. So, yeah, I do like S3D. I think if you have the money for it and you're having a lot of issues with Cura or Slick 3R or Prusa Slicer or Idea Maker, then give it a shot. If $150 ain't going to kill you, we've bought 4 licenses of it. You get 2 installations per license, so I can have it on up to 8 computers here. I know it's good, but there are other slicers out there that have come a long way. Idea Maker is the one that everybody keeps telling me to try out. That's the one I keep seeing the most chatter about on the interwebs. So yeah, but let's go off into a tangent here. I've been sitting here thinking about this. I would definitely need to get other developers involved because I don't have the time to write the code, but I do have the financial resources to host something of this nature. And what I'm thinking about doing is building a site that is for slicer profiles, where you could upload your slicer file, your profile, tell it what slicer this is for, what machine it's for, what modifications you have to the machine, if that's relevant, like if it's, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's, Bowden or direct drive, that kind of stuff. If the profile is ABL enabled or not, because your starting code is going to be different for ABL. But I don't know of any. I mean, I'm a big fan of WordPress. I don't know if we could like repurpose some existing like file upload, download things, and then we get into the whole thing of restricting what files can be uploaded. I feel like building something out from scratch that's super lightweight would be worth doing. I just don't have the time to do the coding side of it. In terms of hosting it, in terms of funding it, we could definitely do that. Maybe the site will be on a lower end server for a while till we get things off the ground, and we can always monetize it with advertisements later on or donations or whatever. But I'm more concerned about getting it off the ground. But if you guys are have knowledge of web technologies and programming languages, and there's something to be interested in working on, let me know. I'm more than willing to put up the resources to host it. I could spin up a VM here temporarily so we could do internal testing and then translate it or transfer it over to like a DigitalOcean droplet or something like that, or a VPS. So we've been moving as much stuff into our in-house, so to speak, as we can that makes sense to. For example, I'm concerned about privacy in terms of, like companies like Google and Facebook, where they're just, selling your data. So we stopped using Google Analytics on our site. I was trying out one called Plausible, but with the amount of page views we get, and they charge per page views, it would have cost us hundreds of dollars a month. I ended up rolling out one called Matomo, which is open source and free. So that's running on one of our VPSs, and I really like that. So any analytics we collect on our websites are literally just for us. We're the only ones that have access to it. And in terms of people here, I'm actually the only one that has access to it. And we use analytics to determine, if things are 404ing, how people are navigating the site, if things are running slow. It's basically used as an insight to see not only how many people are hitting our site, but also insights into how they're using it and if there's issues with it. So, and we're no longer using Google Analytics on our site. So if you notice, there's the script we're running, it'll hit analytics.th3dstudio.com. That's on a VPS that we rent from DreamHost and have full control over. And it's all in-house now. So we're not using Google and giving them information on our people using our site or customers or anything. Because really all I care about is how are people using the site? Are we getting 404s all the time? And it gives me information on how to actually fix things and make things better. So, but yeah, same thing like with our help desk. We moved away from Zendesk a couple months ago to a self-hosted one called Support Pal. And that's on a VPS that we host, and we take backups of that every single night, of the files and database every 12 hours for all of our websites, our help center, our website, our help desk, all that stuff. And it's all on our systems that we control. We're not using third parties. So we're trying to get as much in-house as we can. One other thing I do want to mention is we did close down the MeWe group. The reason we closed down the MeWe group was the same reason we closed down the forum. It's that there were people in it, but nobody was actively helping out. So you get people that are posting things and getting frustrated because like nobody's replying to the post. So instead of fragmenting it, the two communities we have that are active, and I highly recommend going with our Discord server. Our Discord server's got over 3,600 people in it as of yesterday when I checked. It's very active. There's a lot of good people in there. We have volunteers, like moderators on our Discord server, unless they're like people that work for us, because our guys who work for us do have, administration privileges in there. But all the volunteers, all the moderators there are just guys that like hanging out on the server and helping out people, and they're volunteers. So don't be dicks to them. But they do a good job of keeping everything in line. We've got a lot of stuff in there. We've got channels for, print tuning, slicers, hardware upgrades, firmware, product discussion. If you find a deal on something, there's a channel where you can post deals that you find online for 3D printing stuff. We've also got stuff for home automation, cryptocurrency, and a bunch of other stuff. There's a random section that's kind of off topic, but it's a community. We have a lot of people in there, and a lot of people like hanging out in there. That's the one community and one social media I still use regularly. Is I'm on Discord, and the more you guys use Discord, or if you do the Nitro Boost thing, which gives our server different things through Discord, like better bitrate on the voice channels and different features. I boost our server as well. But if you get that, or you're just a regular and you move up in the ranks, there's actually a VIP section. That's usually where I hang out. it's less people, less chaotic, and it's, you know, for the people that are more dedicated. So we have the Discord and the Facebook group. Those are the two communities. I wish we could get rid of the Facebook group, but the reality is too many people use it, and I don't want to do that. You know, just because I don't like Facebook, I'm not going to push that onto our people. So those are the two communities we're going to keep running. I'm not going to set up any new ones. So, but yeah, the MeWe one was just absolutely crickets. There was like one post a week, and the reply on it was usually the person posting it asking a couple days later, like, hey, can anybody help me out? So yeah, it's better just not have it and not fragment things. That is a credit card processor calling me, because we're getting ready to get rid of Stripe because we're not happy with them. So I will have to talk to them later. But anyways, so let's see here. There's our tangent. So if you guys have experience and are looking to work on something, I would like to make a website just for Slicer profiles. So I have the funds to fund the server and hosting. I just don't have the time to do the code. So let me know. Paul the Texan. Oh, I'll read it anyways. Not a question, more of a statement. I got my Under 5 Pro upgrade with easy ABL, easy board, easy plays, running better than ever. Many components for making real great products. Well, I'm glad you like our stuff. I like our stuff, but obviously I'm biased. It's, you know, it's honestly nerve-wracking sometimes when we put something new out there and I like it and it goes well in here, and then we see what happens when it gets in the hands of people. And a lot of times things do go well because we do a lot of testing and, you know, a lot of refinement on the products to try to put out stuff that works well. But you know, we don't get everything perfect every single time. But yeah, it's really nerve-wracking when you put something new on. You're like, is it gonna work? Neil Visser, what chair do I have? I have a Herman Miller Aeron. I bought this 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, it was a Black Friday deal. It was expensive, but I do like it. I really like this chair. I would buy another one. You could also find them used for fairly cheap too. I have a used one sitting over here for my guest chair. Typically speaking, how reliable, and this is from Ed, how reliable is the temperature reading from the hot end? Usually you're within a couple of degrees C. So you got to remember there's some variances in the actual thermistors themselves. I have a thermocouple, and I have put the thermocouple on multiple machines to see, like, to validate our firmware settings and make sure that we're using the right thermistor values for the firmware. And usually we're within 2 to 3 C of the thermocouple versus the actual reading on the screen. So it's accurate enough. Yeah. But one thing I can tell you, to stabilize your hot end, socks. Put a silicone sock on it. We carry them for multiple different hot ends. We carry them for Creality hot ends. We carry them for the V6 style hot ends, like our tough hot end. The ones that are socks for the V6s are for the blocks that use the glass thermistors, not the cartridge types. If you have a cartridge type, get those directly from E3D, because they changed the block design from the older V6 to the newer one. Ours use the older V6 with the glass thermistor. They're a little more inexpensive. They both read the same. It's just they're a little bit more difficult to work with because they're the glass. It's the same type of thermistor that Creality uses on their machines, but we have socks for the Volcano style blocks, we have socks for the Creality blocks, and we have socks for the V6 style blocks. You know, example, Wanhao on their i3 Mini, they use a V6 style block, and the V6 socks we carry fit their block as well. But there's pictures on there. I highly recommend putting socks on your heater block. It keeps the temperature stable. It insulates it from the cooling fan and your layer fan, and also keeps it clean. So if you got filament coming up, it goes onto the sock instead of the actual block, which is a pain to clean. Let's see here. Where is this leaking from? What the hell? I guess my blender bottle's got a bad seal. Let's see here. Will you guys be adding a dual Z-axis kit for Ender 3 Max? We don't have plans at this time. We're toying around with the idea of having, like, because here's the thing. We have the existing dual Z kit. To adapt it to other printers, really what we would need to change is the belt and the lead screw, so the length of both of those. I would just have to determine what the length of the lead screw we need and belt for that machine and a couple of other machines, and then we'd be able to make it fit other machines. So, but I don't have plans for that right now. I just got a lot of other stuff on my plate. I'm kind of picking and choosing what I'm putting attention to right now. I think I saw someone asking about easy boards. I thought Griffin, who's our engineer that runs the production on those, I thought he posted tracking. Hang on, let me check in our inventory thing. Oh, and it has a note. So yeah, 11 a.m. today, he posted a FedEx link. There's 100 of them. I guess some of the ones that they were supposedly able to get 120, but I guess not all of them were functional, or the boards didn't pass QC. But it says we have 100 boards on the way. I'm looking at the tracking. It just says pending for the delivery date. So they literally they made this label yesterday. So we will have 100 of those coming in, and he says these are likely to be the last ones for a while. LPCs have been basically impossible to find for any price. So because of the silicon shortage, we cannot physically find the processors that we use on the easy boards. Like I have a couple of board repairs here. There's like 5 processors in here. We can't be doing board repairs anymore that require processor changes because we can't physically get the processors. Nobody has them. They're all out of stock because of the silicon shortage. There's literally nothing we can do. So it sucks, but you know, be extra careful with your boards in general. Parts are going to be, parts are getting harder and harder to find, even Creality stuff. So, let's see here. There we go. Chat jumped. I was waiting for that. Let's scroll back up here. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, if you guys are getting like a form closed for the giveaway, clear your browser cache. Sometimes it caches it. Well, that's the next question. Jeff Donhauser says, do you use smoothers for any of your easy boards? No, you do not need smoothers. Do not put them on the easy boards. It can mess with things. They do not need them. The only boards, as far as I know, this is just what I know. There could be others. But the boards that actually benefited from those were the older Creality V114 boards and V113s when they're in the Ender 3s. Those did benefit from the 8 diode version smoothers, but you do not need them on the easy board. You don't need them on most boards that have trinamic drivers. So that was more of a 24-volt machine with the 4988 type of thing where you would have weird compatibility issues. So, someone's asking for the giveaway form, and 3 messages up, Nightbot posted it. Look in the chat, guys. Look in the chat. I have now, when we're live, Nightbot posts the giveaway link automatically, and other information for the store. So it's all automatic. Automating it, just like I automated this turning on. Let's see. 3D Jeff. Oh, he has a statement about our company's tech support. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. I was like, oh boy, what happened? Do I need to yell at somebody? That's good. We try to do well on the tech support. I'm sure you guys have had experience with other sellers, especially ones that are not in the US or UK or EU, that just don't have very good support. So we try to pride ourselves on providing good support and knowing our shit too. So Idea Maker is free for hobbyists. Idea Maker is free for everybody. I think you're confusing that with Fusion 360, which is a design software. MacGyver is trying to flash a Big Tree Tech board with a 512K. Don't do that. It's literally dangerous. Use the standard one without the 512K. Don't use that environment. They should just take it out, because the reason is those chips are not 512K chips. Anybody else that tells you otherwise is an idiot. Don't use a 512K compile on the Big Tree Tech E3 mini boards. You could literally get a condition where it'll lock the heaters on and cause a fire. So don't do that. Because that'd be fun explaining to your homeowner's insurance company when you make a claim. Let's see here. Looking here, I'm just looking through chat for anything interesting and new, any questions here. Miguel is asking, I noticed a decent dip in the center of my bed on my CR10 V3 when taking a straight edge to it. Yep, that's par for the course with these beds. Do you need to address this? Some people will put like paper or foil underneath the glass. We just use a bed leveling system like our Easy ABL and call it a day, and that's going to compensate for the dips because it'll take readings and compensate for that. So Steve St. John, thoughts on linear rails? Overrated unless the printer actually is designed to use them. Save your bucks. Let's see here. Tommy O, will the new firmware support the new G-code format? I'm not aware of a new G-code format. You should, I have Discord open. Where is it? I just clicked it and it disappeared on me. Where the hell is Discord? It's open on my monitor, but it's not. There we go. There is a live streams channel. You can post links and stuff in there. So, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by new G-code format. There's just so much in this industry to keep up with. If Marlin supports it, then our firmware supports it, because our firmware is based on Marlin. In 15 minutes, I got to review stuff from the team. Do I have stuff from the team that needs to be reviewed? Not in my task list yet, so might be able to go a little bit. Vape to Live, his brother makes the chairs that I'm sitting in Holland, Michigan. Yeah, these are made in the U.S. Let's see here. GitHub is free. Just use that for slicer profiles. That can get pretty messy. I'm looking for something where people could sign up for an account and upload it themselves. Not something I have to maintain. M. Poffenberger says, what's the next? I just lost it. What's the next smart home idea after bulb gets developed? I don't know. Let me know what you guys want. I was thinking about getting into selling the boards for DIY projects like the 8266s, the 32s. I have samples of those from different manufacturers that one of my agents over in Shenzhen sent me. And I want to get them into things and use them and see how reliable they are. Check the voltages for like 3.3 volt rail. Just check the general quality of them. But that was going to be my next thing, to start carrying more DIY stuff like parts and boards, sensors, that kind of stuff for people that DIY their stuff. But I'm excited about the bulbs too, because they're 9 watt bulbs. These ones back here are 7 watts. So I'm gonna, once I get the firmware done, I'm gonna put my 9 watts in there and see how much brighter they are. But just plugging on the bench, they're damn bright. So, what's my go-to filament? Coex. Oh, and this is I was talking about GreenGate 3D. This is their stuff right here. I have not printed with it yet. I just unboxed it. The colors look awesome. TJ Dorman, any idea when your Easy Pies will be back in stock? Let's see what's out of stock. Because those have multiple components in them. So if any one component like power supplies or SD cards or Pi boards or cases, like if any of that stuff, if any of that stuff goes out of stock, the hell was that? He's very upset that the Easy Pies are out of stock, apparently. If any of those go out of stock, then the product itself goes out of stock. Let's see what came out of stock, because I have parts coming in for Pi kits coming in today. So it looks like the micro SD cards are the ones that are out of stock, which I should have more of those later today. Let me check tracking. Maybe they got delivered. Give me 1 second. If they got delivered, then I can stock those. Let's see. Where's my tracking number? UPS is showing out for delivery. It says estimated between now and 4:45 p.m. So we'll see. And then I got a ton. Actually, I got 3 orders of SD cards that are coming in. So they'll be stocked later today. They just go out of stock. So I did actually ask the guys to do a check, because I thought we had more cards than we actually had listed on the site. Like the inventory was off. So I asked them to do it. I'm pulling up Teams here to see. Did they get back to me? But anyways, they'll be back in stock later today. So, yeah, because that's what it looks like. Now you got me wondering here, how many Pi boards do we have? I have a ton of them. We've been ordering a lot of those just because they've been sparse to get. We have 122 of the Raspberry Pi boards. So, yeah, so we got plenty of boards. I'm just waiting on the SD cards. We got a lot of cases too. And power adapters, so should be good. Anyways, sorry about that long-winded tangent about inventory. Let's see here. Next question. Derek, is it safe to use the mechanical G34 in an Ender 3 Pro? Mechanical G34. Is that a G code? Oh, mechanical gantry calibration? I've never used that. Interesting. I'm just looking up that code. I've never used the G34. Might help if I spelled G code correctly. There's a GitHub pull request. Align multiple Z stepper motors using a bed probe by probing one position per stepper. Yeah, no, that's not going to work because you need 2 steppers. Okay, that's alignment. You're not going to be able to do that. So, you need 2 motors to do that and a probe. So, Jeff said his upgrades went well. Watched your videos. Actually read the guides and paid attention. Good. Just forgot to switch from the Melzy board firmware to the 2560. Thanks again, Tor. Yeah, make sure you guys are using the right firmware for your board. And if you have questions, shoot us a message. There's live chat, which is on most of the time we're open, which is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central. Basically, if somebody's on live chat, you'll see the chat bubble. Otherwise, you can send us a message with the contact us form. Jim in upstate New York. Oh, my condolences, man. Is asking 427 board single output, the 12864 ZW-10 screen. Will that work with this board? I think that's a Creality board, or the screen. Yeah, that's a standard Creality screen. That'll work with a 427. So you'll use the EXP3 plug in one cable. So let's see here. Do I carry knee-high socks? I do not. Let's see here. Do I have any idea when the silicon shortage will be over? I have no idea. I've seen what's the word I'm looking for? I've seen people say that it could be next year. I've also seen people that it could be a couple months. Either way, not soon. Yeah, I turned the chat overlay off. So, oh, someone there were questions. They retracted their messages, so can't do that. Can't answer those. Have I ever used a laser upgrade from Creality? I had it with my Ender 4. It's a toy, and it's kind of dangerous too. So, yeah. Gaxon's asking, if I add a MOSFET to Ender 6 heated bed, will that allow me to go beyond 100C? No, you're still going to be limited. You might be able to eke a few more degrees out of it just because of the loss from Creality's crappy terminals and their traces on their boards, but it's not going to be like, oh, change this out and you get like 20C more. You're mostly going to see faster heat up. You're still going to, like, to determine what your max temperature is going to be on that bed, if you really wanted to, just connect the 2 wires from the bed directly to 24 volts on the power supply and let it sit there and see where it evens out to. Because at a certain point, you're just going to hit the max that bed's going to hit. Oh, there you go. Chat jumped again. And we are coming up on the 1 hour mark. So I'm going to be wrapping this up in a sec. We try to keep these to an hour. I'm going to go a little past just because things are kind of calm today. Knock on wood. We're going to knock on wood just so that doesn't happen. But yeah, we can go a little bit going. Yell at your technicians are doing a good job. Yeah, just call them and be like, hey, fuckers, you're doing a great job. And just hang up. Let's see here. John is asking, he tried Marlin platform installing AA Plus with a 1.7 board. Didn't work with a new laptop, used USB. Worked with a very old laptop. Printer showed up. It didn't work with a new laptop with USB 3. Worked with a very old laptop. Printer showed up in both device managers. Yes, I have noticed that on some printers, they don't work correctly on a USB 3 port. Now, one thing I've done to get around that is I'll take a USB 2 hub, plug it into the 3 port, and then it works. I don't know why, but I have seen that weird shit happen. Give me 1 second. I was just pinging them about the SD cards. I don't have a stash in my office. I've got cards in here that I use, but those are used. We don't use used cards in our Pi kits. We use brand new ones. But we'll have more today. So if you guys are waiting on Easy Pi kit, we will have the cards, which will then put it back in stock. Let's see here. Someone was asking, oh yeah, disable PID bed. William was commenting about Gaxon's question. I do not use PID bed regulation. I use the bang bang regulation, which is the default in our firmware. Because unless you tune it, you're going to get slower heat up time in 90% of the cases. And if you're using our firmware, the bang bang loop that checks the temp is every half of a second. So twice a second. It's a lot faster. Oh, I have tracking too on, or we'll be getting tracking. I got confirmation that they shipped on 50 MKS S-Gen L boards and 250 2209 drivers. So 5 drivers per board. I'm just pulling up. I use WeChat to talk to the MKS rep. Just got to log back in. I got to confirm the login on my phone. Give me 1 second. Why is this not letting me send a message? He did not send me tracking yet, but we will be getting those in. Those, again, are getting affected by the silicon shortage. So he was only able to get 50 of them. Those use the same processor as our Easy board, so they're probably dealing with the same issue we have. Let's see here. Andre says, Easy ABL calibration was partly covered when installed Ender 3 V2. Any chance you have a better STL that doesn't cover it so much? That shouldn't cover it up. I have that on ours. You might have your sensor mounted at the wrong height, or you have it attached wrong. When we design mounts, we make sure that the calibration adjustment is not covered once you put the nuts on. So either you have the probe mount mounted incorrectly, or the probe is mounted it'd probably be too far down if it's covering it up. So he's also asking about STL. Good STL to put the Creality 12864 LCD screen on the right side. I can't find one specific to that LCD. I have not found one that puts it on the right side. I only found the one that puts it on the left. So somebody would have to design one. Maybe I'll have Jerry make one, because we have the screens here. Have any thoughts on any of the 2 trees correct fly printers? No, do not buy 2 trees unless you want a pile of crap with no support. Yeah, don't buy 2 trees. When is the next chill stream? Soon, because I did these and I was hanging out in Discord. If you guys join our Discord server, there's a VIP section, and I will pop my video on and just hang out with people just on Discord. It's not like a recorded live stream. It's just like a Zoom call, essentially, that Discord has. Did 2 boards last night. So I tend to hang out in there when I don't feel like doing an actual stream. And the nice thing is, too, you can also join in because it's a voice and video chat. So it's very casual, not official, but that's, like I said, the only social media, if you want to call Discord a social media section or platform, that's the only one I use these days. I pop into MeWe once in a while, but it seems like it kind of fizzled out. We do still have a company page on there just to have a presence, but it seems like it's kind of fading away. I'm sure it'll get popular again once Facebook does something stupid that pisses everybody off again. But yeah, we are coming up on the end here, so let me see if there's any other quick questions. Where is this leaking from? Hang on. Ah ha ha. It's leaking from right there. Why the hell is this leaking? There's nothing caught in it. I like the blender bottles. I like the Maw brand one. I have 2 of their branded ones, and those are nice if I'm going somewhere and I just want 1 serving, but I definitely like the bigger blender bottles, and I'll usually do 2 scoops in here, which is what's powering me today. Had another late night working on stuff. So, anyways, let's go back. Are there any other questions I can answer? We get the STL. TJ Dorman, I have an order in my shopping cart. Should I hold off in order to get on 1 order? Yeah, I would wait. We'll have the I don't want to stock the SD cards and then UPS goes, "Oh, well, we're not actually delivering them today. We had a delay or something." As soon as they physically get here on my doorstep, I will stock them. I don't like stocking things before we have them because then people get pissed off. Yeah, I'm checking tracking. Still no updates. Let me pull my front porch camera up so I can see when they get here. So, but they'll get stocked later today. We're already past the 12 p.m. cutoff, so no matter if you place it now or at 11 o'clock tonight, it's still going to go out tomorrow. Oh no. Okay, chat jumped. Jonathan Banner, any idea when the LCD kit for Ender 6 will be available? So we have the screws separate. If you guys look in like, did I make a screw section? I feel like I did. We have these screws under all products. Yeah, screws, nuts, bolts. We have a little 8-pack for like $2, literally $2. For the screws, these are the screws we use for all of our printed LCD housings for like mounting the screen in there, bolting it to the printer. Like on the Ender 6, we use 2 of them for the rear of the printer, and we use 4 for the LCD. They're coarse thread number 4 half-inch screws. So we have these. If you want to get the exact same ones that we know work with the printed parts that we have, you can get the Ender 6 LCD housing separately, not just in the kit. So like we have the kit here, but it's out of stock because we're out of these cables. We have 150 of these cables on the way. Or not cables, screens. We have 150 of these screens on the way. I just got confirmation from my guy over at Creality that sells us the parts. He was able to get me 150. I ordered over 200 of them. He was able to get 150. I told him, send them. We need them ASAP. We got people waiting on them. So you can get the housing separately if you want to source the LCD from somewhere else. I haven't been able to find any US sellers that actually have the LCDs in stock. There was a Creality reseller I found that said they had them, but they never showed up. So, what the hell? Wow. So, remember the ANET A8 that, let's see, I was pulling up the kit. Kenneth, are you in here watching? Kenneth, D is your last initial. They canceled my order for the ANET A8. They straight up canceled it. I just went to check if they provided tracking. They canceled it. So I will shoot you an email and see what you want to do. We'll figure something out. I'm just checking tracking on the screens that were supposed to be shipped from the US, and their tracking still isn't updated. I have a feeling that they don't actually have them and they just made a label and they're sitting on it. So, but anyways, let's go back to chat and then move into wrap up here because we are getting to the cutoff. I really want to find an ANET A8. I really want to find it, but maybe I'll hook him up with something else that's around the similar price point, or if he just wants a, you know, equivalent credit in our store, maybe I'll just do that. But I don't know if Kenneth is in here. I don't see him chatting, but I have a ticket open from him because he was asking. He's like, I saw I won, but I didn't get any information. I was like, yeah, I'm waiting on them to give me tracking. Apparently, they don't have the ANET A8 anymore. It's really disappointing. I was really looking forward to seeing what he thought about it. Let's see here. New printer, Ender5 Pro or the CR200B? I need to look that one up. CR200B. Oh, that's an enclosed one? I would go with Ender5. That's really small. You're not gonna be able to modify as much. If you like tinkering with stuff and upgrading things, I would go with the Ender5 or the CR200B. The CR200B is like a printer for idiots. You know, people that don't want to mess with stuff, they just want to put it in and hit print, not mess with things. You know, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's like, you know, it's like Apple versus Android. So let's see here. I'm just checking the next thing. You guys give me shit about my beard. I want to keep it longer, but I do need to go get a cut. And except my barber has not replied to my message. I usually like book an appointment through their Facebook page, and they haven't sent me a damn reply. So, and they're supposed to be by appointment only. So, yeah, they still haven't even read my message. I guess maybe they're not checking it. I know they're open. Let's see here. If you guys are posting stuff in Discord, the only channel I check when we're live is under random and live streams. That's the only one. Actually, let me move it to main. Let me move it to main. I'm gonna move it to the very bottom of main. It's now under the main channel. It's the live streams channel. That's what I have open. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not hunting through a million different other channels. We've got a bunch of channels in there. So, all right. I don't see Kenneth in here, so I'm just gonna shoot a message, let him know that the seller gypped me, and I'll make it up to him. We'll get him something else. So, but anyways, any other questions before the little cutoff here? Yeah, you can use M3 screws with most of our printed mounts. They're designed to use the coarse thread wood style screws, and I found just it's easier with the wood screws because they got the tapered end and it's coarser thread. They go whoop right in. Yeah, no, I'm looking at your picture here. Crap, I can't figure out the guy's name. He was posting in here with the Ender 3 V2. You might need to move the sensor up a little bit. Yeah, some of our mounts put the calibration screw right at the top of the nut, right, and you should be using our screwdriver. It looks like you did not use the screwdriver that came with it because it's all rounded out. You should use the little blue one we include right here. This is what you should be using. This will not strip the head. This will not strip the casing. Based on the chunks missing out of the plastic threads, it looks like you use something larger because this is size. I just happen to have one here. This is sized to be the exact same size. Oh, come on. As the screw here. So if you're using this screwdriver, it fits perfectly. That's why we include it. If you lost that screwdriver or you just don't like it, sorry, I just Spill a little bit of e-juice. What would be the equivalent here? What size? Probably like the 2mm, 2.0 size. Yeah, it's roughly a 2.0 size flathead. Yeah, just going by comparing this, the tip of this to one that's in the bit set, it matches up with the number 2 or 2.0. So anyways, that should be, I just close this, just show off the the toolkits. Yeah, we have screwdriver sets now. Look at, they're pretty, they work, and they do this. But you know that like PewDiePie's like, but can you do this? Can you do this? I don't know. I'm just messing around. Anyways, I will catch you guys on the next stream. There will be a stream this week. I need to schedule it. I want to do the Solval SV03. I have that sitting there. I bought it and it's in there, so that'll be the next one. But anyways, I appreciate everybody that stopped by. I hope you guys learned something. Oh no, there's only one left in here. Oh no, we're gonna have to give Clara this because she likes these, and I'll give him the other treat I have. You can hear him whining. Oh, here we go. He likes these Blue Buffalo health bars. Clara will calm your tits. Calm them. Calm them. You little psychopath. Come here. Come here. Clara, come here. Oh no, don't spill this. Come here. Come here. Sit. Clara, sit. Oh, she's got to stretch first. Sit. Why are you not listening to me? Fine, you're not getting it. Remo, sit. Good boy. You little psychopath. Clara, come here. Come here. Sit. Good girl. All right. Well, that will wrap this up. Hey, do not steal her treat. Little shit just tried stealing her treat. Look at that. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys learned something. And as always, happy printing. Me and the little psychopath are going to go outside for a sec so he can do his business. Yeah.